Hey, really excited here. Coach Ponders asked me to share with you guys a little bit where my heart is and what we're doing out here at Morro Bay High School Pirate Football. So real simple, when I met Coach Ponder, we talked about, and I'm saying Coach Ponder, I don't know what y'all call him there on Sundays, but that's what I call him. So when we met, we talked about pirate football and what we're trying to do out here. And I'm on a public school campus, so it's one of those things where I have to teach what I believe through my actions. And so what we talk about is building young men that give of themselves to something bigger than themselves. And it's about sacrifice. We're looking for men in our community, husbands and fathers later on in life that sure enough are men that are going to just follow the Lord. That are men that will lead with holiness in their heart. And what that means to me, Coach asked me to share that. I developed an acronym when I was at the Fellowship of Christian Athletes football camp, and it's the 3D acronym. And what it stands for me is dedication, discipline, and desire. So when we talk about dedication, for me, it just means that, being all in the heart. Whether it be all in on a football field or being all in for the Lord. Ultimately, we hope for the Lord, and so we just try to teach them what it means to cross over and to devote your life and dedicate your life to something bigger than yourself. And for me in my walk, I've had an interesting life in the short time I've had it here, and I've come to understand what that means at a deeper level. I've had a lot of second opportunities in life, and so with that, when I talk about being all in, what it means is just when you step on this field, give it all, everything you got. And so the same context as far as living for the Lord. And so when we talk about that, we just want them all in. So the dedication, real simple there. When we talk about discipline, it takes a lot for these young men to come out here and do it. As far as, they got to wake up, they got to take care of their studies, they got to study their scouting report, they got to do it on a football field. And so when we talk about the discipline, it's the same thing as far as if we're talking about holiness, right? If we're walking this thing out the way God desires us to walk this out, ultimately all He cares about is our heart. And with that, we have to go ahead. If that's what He wants is our heart, right? So if that's what it's about, what does that mean? That means that, I got to get up at 5 in the morning because He wants my heart. When is He going to get me? When all this noise is going on in my life, right? I got football, I got my family, and all these things are awesome things, but I got to sit down and let God get in my heart. And so you got to do that. I'm breaking open my word on it, and when I got the opportunity, I do it on my phone a lot these days, which is really awesome. And so it's just that discipline of setting apart the time to make sure that God stays first and foremost in my heart. And so teaching these young men out here discipline so they can learn those habits. And as I said, hopefully, the secretive side of it is that it sinks into their heart and God just slips in there. And that's what we talk about. We're just planting seeds. We know that God does the work. So we're going to go ahead and just every little bit of those habitual things that we can plant the seeds and just love on these guys. So we talk about dedication, discipline, and then in the last part of it, that desire. And when we talk about the desire, it's just that point of, okay, I desire you, God, first and foremost, more so than anything else in my life. If I can get to that part in my life where that's it up here at the very pinnacle of it, I'm golden. So for me, when I say that and I teach these guys, hey, you know what? They might not get there for God right now, but if they can learn what it means to desire something that much, and then as I said, when we plant the little seeds here and there that we have the opportunity for the growth there, I think that if we wrap that up with those 3 Ds, I think it's just, it's a simple way for me to say that, we're trying to develop men out here. And we want men that ultimately that love the Lord, and then after that, we want men that will understand what it takes to be great fathers, great husbands, and just strong community leaders. So hopefully that, I don't know what Coach Ponder asked me if I do this. Hopefully you guys got a little bit out of that. Hope to see you guys on Friday night so you can see what we're all about in action. And God bless.